Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. I'm Atrim, and it's very nice to meet you all if you're new here, and welcome back if you're visitors of the channel. Yes, it's been a little while. It's been a little while for sure since I've done a video, and it's been a little while since I've been on Twitch as well. There is a reason for all of that. I moved house basically, and it's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. I'll spare you all the details. Don't you worry. I might make a specific video just about moving house and the fun that was. Um, yeah, now I'm all set up and ready to go. I've checked all my settings. I've unmuted the mic this time. Totally not take two, right? And yeah, when the Endwalker trailer came out, or the Endwalker launch trailer, sorry, came out, I was in the middle of my move and was in internet purgatory with no internet, basically. So what I want to do is I'm going to do a breakdown of the Endwalker launch trailer in general, because there's no point in me doing a reaction to the trailer itself, because I've already watched it, and there's no point watching it second time. I'm going, wow, that's amazing. Like, no, let's not do that. Let's do a breakdown instead. So I have a few thoughts in general about the breakdown of what we're seeing. SE loves to give us those red herrings and red flags, red herrings, out of context comments, out of context screens of what they're showing us while they're doing those comments. But we'll go through it. We'll have a look around. I will also be doing a video on my expectations for Endwalker. I'll do that separately. And yeah. Other than that, let's jump into the video and we'll have a look.
Peggy 16.
So I absolutely love the fact that Emmett's voice actor is voicing this. Emmett himself is the one voicing this. So obviously we're starting in Limsa.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined.
Pretty easy start off really, isn't it? There's not much to discuss there. We're basically it looks like we're probably on our way to the boat ride over to Charlean, right?
And please, be careful.
Yeah, that's not a red flag. Thanks, Tattoo. Be careful! Doom, destruction, fire. Oh, speaking of which, so this looks. Let's go. Oh, just heads up. I will be pausing and stopping to go through this, just to have my little comments and stuff. I'm not doing like a full watch through then a thing, because I've already obviously reacted personally reacted to it. But I'll be stopping and starting as we go through this. So this is obviously Amarat, but this is not Amarat. This is Thavnir, right? So this looks like the area around Thavnir.
Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an
end. That's harrowing. Every beginning has an end, etc.
Every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Expedition by Emmett. Seems like we're sailing over to Charlean. I still think it's going to be the case. I'm not sure where this is actually going to be. In terms of location geographically, I don't know if it's going to be Thavnirian side or if it's going to be Charlean side. That is Empire looking things, which will be in Garlean. It could actually be Garlean, actually, that dungeon from before as well. We won't know until we get there, right? But well, the area around Garlean anyway.
Maybe we don't belong here.
By the way, this was supposed to be like the current bastion of human pinnacle of technology since the Allagans, right? And just look at it, it's a mess now. It's ruined. Maybe
we don't belong here. But
so this character, we don't know.
Maybe we don't belong here.
Oh well, Alphinauld is saying in their little exposition. This character, we don't know who this is yet, obviously. But based on this interaction here, it's only a very small thing. But he might know Lucia. It could just be. He just sees enemy and wants to go and attack enemy. But based on the reaction, it's almost like he's going towards Lucia on purpose, specifically. who is with Maximo, was that guy's name, right? And Cyrena in the background, I think, is there, and Sadu as well. Man, if Sadu's there, things are about to get spicy.
Neither do they.
Now this bit we've
Not
seen.
out here in the wind.
It looks like obviously the twins are in trouble. They're stuck somewhere, maybe in the cold. I wonder if this is the start of their Palom Pollen moment potentially. If you watched anything to do with FF4 or played FF4, you know exactly what the Palom Pollen moments are. But
The cold.
Hearts and Souls line, yada yada.
Will be your guide.
Now, obviously, we've got to look at this character before. We think this is Venat. We don't know for sure. We think it's Venat.
Test and proof of your conviction.
It kind of suggests that. Hang on.
Test and proof. That bloom will be your guide.
So she says that bloom will be your guide, right?
Proof of your conviction.
Test proof your conviction. Never look at a flower. I don't know whether that's like an actual. You need to look at the thing to test your worthiness or something, but I actually think it's more just it just happens to be wordplay, and then we happen to look at a flower later on that's blooming or something.
In darkness, seek joy.
What are those enemies? Those look like iron giants, right? So that'll be Garlean. That's the Major Sisters. That'll be called. Now this area is very interesting. I don't know whether this is going to be something more akin to the anti-tower, or if it's going to be, or you know, like it's somewhere close to the source, yada yada, or if this is actually like the center of the source, and this is us going through that area, like that crystalline kind of area for it. But yeah, it'd be interesting to find out how we get here and what we're doing there, basically. It could be to do with the next few scenes that come up, and you know why we're there is to fix something, because this looks like broken as well, right?
And bear the light for others.
Get our first look at Fourchenault. This guy, everybody hates this guy, right?
Follow.
And those look like
And bear the light for others.
the other forum members. So there's 100 forum members or something like that, right? Or a 99 or something like that, and yeah. This will be them. So we're gonna look at Anima. If you played FF10, you know anything about FF10, you know what Anima is, you know what Anima's about, and more importantly, you know Anima's backstory. If you remember the story from FF10, I want to know how this primal fits in, and how they're gonna fit it into the lore. Is it just going to be a standard primal summon, or is it going to be more akin to the FF10 storyline? I don't want to give it away. If you haven't played FF10, please go away and play it, or if you're intending to play it, I don't want to spoil it. So, but yes, there could be some interesting connotations for that.
Come, let me relieve you of your burden.
So that line where she says, "Come, let me relieve you of your burden," to me that sounds like Tataru.
Come, let me relieve you of your burden.
So, if it is Tataru, it could also be a character we've not seen yet, and you know, but yeah, that sounds to me like Tataru's character. And if it is Tataru's character, then who's she saying that to? Is she saying that to one of the Science, a random stranger, us? Which
You've suffered enough.
possibly
Relieve
us.
your burden. You've suffered enough.
It is almost like she's saying it to us, which obviously fuels the way they frame that. It's like this, she's saying that to us, but I don't think that's the case. I think it'll probably be to someone else. It could be to us, you never know. But yeah. But it then obviously goes to us, who's been suffering all the way through, and it does feed the conspiracy theory saying that Tataru is the ultimate enemy of all time. Not necessarily Zodiac, but just the main villain that we'll have to face at the end. It's hilarious that that's become a meme. But like yeah, she's like, let me relieve you of your suffering. I'll just do this and take this away from you. That's fine. Or kill you. I don't know. Yeah. Let's look at Reaper. Yeah, this is... I don't necessarily think... So, obviously Ali say he's looking up at the sky, the similar scene. Might not necessarily be in the same scene, but they'll be linked scenes. So we're going to look at the... not Void Scent. Terminus Beasts, right? This will be in Thavnir by the look of it. Look. And then this... I'm so happy they included California, the Californian woods in the trailer here. No, I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Again, I saw the meme. I couldn't help it. I don't know. I'd imagine this is going to be around Thavnir, right?
Rift of hope, and now dignity. 'Twas a grand, glorious.
So those things. No. Back. No, not the volume. There we go. Back. That's where I want to get to. So this is obviously in Thavnir. So these are the Terminus beats. Like it looks like the first Doom that we fought in Amarot. So it's going to be interesting to see if that's a current event or a flashback.
Was a grand, glorious.
This character, right? Now, based on the hairdo, right? You'd almost be forgiven for thinking that this is Nero, right? And that was my initial thought. But then I thought Nero wouldn't be seen dead in anything that's not red, right? So I wonder if this is somebody else important, such as Nerva, for example. We've heard a little bit about Nerva in the background, which I think was the cousin of the previous emperor or something like that. I'd need to recheck, but I don't think this is going to be Nero. I think it's going to be Nerva or someone to that effect, maybe. Or a relation of Nero, perhaps, like his dad or something. That could be interesting. Like, we meet this character and he's... Because he's obviously surrounded by technology because he's Garlean, but, like, he could be an engineer that taught Nero everything he knows and all. I don't know. There's potential there. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be a direct link or just like, no, it just also happens to be a blonde-haired character, but I don't think this is Nero.
A stream we shed.
I won't lose them. Not a one.
Now, that sounds to me like Graha, right?
I won't lose them. Not a one.
Possibly. So this is going to be the Garlean Garlemald. Blah. See, forgot the name now. This looks like it's in Garlemald.
Truly so powerless.
Yes, and that looked like the first Doom, but with the flying and had a tail. So.
But our only choice is to flee.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's a bit more clear, right? That's looking a lot more clear now.
Come too far to back down now.
So in that scene there, we've got. I think that'll just be a randomer, and then this scene you've got Grahatir. And it'll either be an instance or a trust dungeon, right? So this little section here with Venat, I think this is Amarot, and it's a flashback to Amarot, or is it? Because there's obviously people there with the mask on. Now, this is the thing, right? Every depiction we've seen of the Ascians up to this point. Or the Amorotines, who became the Ascians. Every depiction we've seen is they've always worn masks and there is no face beyond the mask. But what about if it is a flashback of these scenes and it's in Amarot? Yeah, my only thing that doubts that is that monster is one of the ones that's been shown attacking now, and it might just be a coincidence that guy's also wearing a mask, right? Because every time we've seen this character, which we think is Venat, she's not had the mask. She's not had anything. She's appeared as human. So I don't know. It's quite possible that this is current. I'd be tempted to say it's still a flashback though of her remembering the final days. That looks like it's the start of that crystalline path that we went up before. So I think that'll be a dungeon. Now this scene right here. We've obviously gone to fight Xenos. That's definitely us in the chair. I have concern for myself. I'm concerned about my own warrior of light character here. I think this is going to be after whatever dungeon is in Garlean. I think we'll get to the top, we'll meet him, and then events will happen, and then I wonder if us being restrained in that way, or we've either been defeated or had like our energy drained or something to that effect. I wonder if we're part of, he's draining the energy from us to power whatever he's doing or finish whatever he's doing. Because I've seen a couple of theories that are like, this could be part of a ritual to get him to the moon. He needs our power and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm very interested to see how this resolves at the time. This area looks amazing. I don't know where this is in the slightest, but it looks great. So I can see like a ship in the background, like up this way. Look, in fact, there's a couple of shipwrecks. I'm really hoping it isn't like the ruins of Limsa or something like that, or around Limsa. But we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. I'm trying to make out what those things are, but I can't quite make it. I mean, they look more like Machina, but we'll see.
Wheresoever there is suffering and despair.
Some Justinian on Virtra. That, I don't know what that is. But it looks cool.
Your duty as defender of this star.
Yes. So, Xenos telling us that we always turn up when there's trouble, basically, and we defend the star, etc., etc. And obviously, this fuels the theory of he needs us. He's lured us in for a reason to do something, because he knew we'd come. Then we get our little flashback to the past of when we were in 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. Then we get the cool transition. We like the music transition.
There must be a way to
So it'll be interesting to see if this group. So this group, I wonder if it's a generic set of Amaritines, if it's the Convocation, or if it's Venat's group, which I don't think we've had a name for Venat's group, right? So I wonder if it's those that is just the dissidents, right? It'll be interesting to find out. I suspect this might be the Convocation because we're there.
way to restore things to the way they were.
And this in the background is Fandaniel speaking. And then obviously we get the cut to Zodiac, and then it cuts to
The perfect paradise we once had.
So I think those two scenes aren't necessarily linked, but they've framed it in a way where it looks like Fandaniel saying that to Zodiac, perhaps, and asking the question, could we have this in this way? He's made it quite clear that he doesn't care for the old ways. Or the Amaritine old ways, right? So again, I've seen two separate theories here. One is that he's just being sarcastic and like, oh no, why can't we just have it this way, kind of thing, right? It is potential, he is crazy, he could be doing that. There is also an interesting, slightly more out there theory that I've seen, which would be interesting though, in that is Fandaniel actually older than the Amaritines, or from like another? So the Amaritines weren't the only people who existed then. They said there were smaller settlements outside of Amarat, right, or across the sea or whatever. I wonder if Fandaniel is one of those people, because it's quite possible that he didn't always necessarily see eye to eye with the Amaritines, and that's why he had a conflict with Elidibus and the rest of the Asians for restoring what they had before, because what they had before wasn't great for maybe their race. Now, again, this is an out there theory. I've seen a couple of other people say it, and that's why I'm bringing it up as a theory. I actually quite like that idea. As it's got to be done properly, and it's got to be fleshed out. But I like that idea that perhaps he's not necessarily an Amaritine, but he's somebody else from maybe across the sea back in that time, or he's older, and that's why he wants to just bring destruction, or he wants to see he didn't want to see the restoration the way it was before. So this looks like it's going to be. It'll either be during the final confrontation or in the build up to the final confrontation, where we have to go and we'll go and see somebody in like this area when we use our crystal. There, like that. So that voice saying that it will be ours again. A World Free of Sorrow. I wonder, like a few people are like, yeah, I don't know who's saying that. I wonder if that's an animated, a very emotionally animated Fourchenault, which we haven't really seen his voice range yet in the game. So I wonder if that's Fourchenault saying that, and with his deluded eye, because we know that Charlene's got some strange idea going on, right?
Will be ours again. A world free of sorrow.
Yeah. So because there's such a pacifist, like everything there is done by total democracy, right? So in order to do what they're doing, the forum have like suppressed what knowledge can go out there, or it seems like that. There's a potential for their plan is to basically literally bury themselves under the dirt and like ignore all the problems, right? And I feel like Fourchenault is central. Is obviously going to be central to that, right? And I wonder if that's him like exclaiming that because he wants a world without sorrow. Then we get our last little bit here.
The final chapter in the tale of the star.
So the Endwalker logo was the planet all along. Then we get our little bit at the end here.
Two of you at my side.
So, you know what I need to do here? I need to put on the CCs because I have a doubt on whether this is actually two of you at my side or to have you at my side. Now, this is important to note. I'm on the Endwalker launch trailer official, so you would think that the wording in here is correct, to be fair. So I wonder if it is two of them, I wonder which two it is. And if it's to have you at my side, that seems more like it would fit the scenario, but we don't know what the scenario is, right? So this is like the ultimate red flag. This is the ultimate possible, red herring as well. They could SE in the FF14 team loves to throw us those red herrings, right? And we just lap it up every time. We lap it up every time. We love it, and also we hate it, but also we love it. So this red herring, two of you at my side.
It means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
I could have turned CCs off there, but never mind. And there you have it. So the way that the story has been built up to now, they've made it clear that they wanted something big to happen for Alphinauld and Alice, and the thought was that big thing that they choose to do for Alphinauld and Alice is going to be make them into leadership roles, or Alphinauld in particular, and Alice maybe less so. But they've built up things for the twins, right? Now, the reason that I have doubts about them killing off Alphinauld, even though that is a massive red flag. The amount of effort they've put into the boy to make him this person who's going to become a leader and all that, I don't think they'll kill him off. I do not think they will kill Alphinauld off personally. At the time when you read it, you're like, oh man, that's a massive red flag. But when you think about it and the way the story's gone so far, it makes less sense. However, in that trailer they've then done a lot of with the people in the middle. They don't include Alphinauld. So my question is the red flag a false red flag, and it'll be other people that invariably get killed and whatnot, and also if it isn't a fake red flag, is the red flag for Alphinauld himself or everybody else there? Is everybody else in that frame in trouble for some reason, for some unknown reason that we'd not know? Is it actually going to be, us and Alphinauld and one other, because he says two of you at my side, that make it and the rest don't? Interesting thoughts. Just to flip it on its head. Possibly a little bit controversial, but yes, I'm very interested to see. I'll be interested to see. But I'll go into more detail on my actual run-through video of what I'm expecting from Endwalker. I don't want to like over hyper look at it in the trailer, but yeah, just some initial thoughts from me on the trailer. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you agree, disagree, think I'm crazy, or anything like that. But yeah, thanks everybody for sticking around, and I'll see you hopefully on the next video. Sayonara.